Good evening, everyone. I want to welcome you to a very exciting evening for St. Anne's School. We are going to bring together the best arts to downtown Bismarck that St. Anne's School can offer. We have our music program for K through 6 this evening. It's going to be a celebration and praise to our Lord. And right across the street at the Radisson, Mrs. Anderson has put together the preschool through 6th grade art show that you're also all invited to. What a way to show our love and our faith than through a concert that is all about God and an art show that is all about creation. It really is a special treat to stand here this evening and be a part of the programming that is at our school. Because it's a praise night, I feel kind of like it's church. Everybody's kind of back. Nobody's in the front row. But we invite you to, when we finish our music program this evening and the celebration that is there, please also walk across the street and check out the Garden of Eden and the story of creation. And so, without further ado, our young and very talented artists are in the back. They are ready to sing for you this evening. They have amazing voices, and this is going to be an outstanding program. So would you please welcome the St. Anne's students.
Boy, they didn't have that much excitement this afternoon. That's great. Third graders. I love playing that song with kids. You can tell which is their favorite part. It's the nanas. I don't know if they know the other words, but they know the nanas. So the next song that we're going to sing is one from my childhood. My aunt is a sister. She's a nun, and she's very frugal. But the one thing she would buy us when we were growing up was these Psalty tapes. Anyone ever listen to Psalty? Oh, there you go. Psalty's a songbook, and a psalter, actually, and he would teach you songs about Jesus. And it was on these cool little cassette tapes. And this song was one of my favorites. I remember it very clearly growing up. And it's really, to me, I had to do it at this concert because if you know, I've had a lot of health problems this past year, and it's been kind of a hard year for me. But there's one line in this song where it goes, the children are soldiers. And even though we're small, we're soldiers just the same. And it's really, that's what these kids are to me, because we sing a little song in kindergarten, and it's Rain, Rain, Go Away. Well, they got real sick of that song fast, and when I was in my crutches, they would sing Pain, Pain, Go Away. It was precious, and the first day that I walked in without my crutches, they started cheering, and they're like, yay, our prayers are working. So this song, truly, you need to be like a child, right? And that's what this song is all about.
We are children of
Our next song is also one of my favorites. Matt Maher is an amazing Christian artist. And Your Grace is Enough, I think I don't know if you've heard the story about the song, but he wrote it one of his lowest times in his life. And he was feeling so desperate, he didn't know what God wanted out of his life. And he wrote the words, "Your grace is enough for me today." And that is exactly what we need, is Your Grace is Enough for us. But you've probably never heard Your Grace is Enough on recorders. So we're going to play it for you on recorders, along with the amazing first grade class who is they sing so much, and they sing with so much feeling that the veins pop out on their neck. So you got to watch for that. It's just wonderful. The next song that we're going to sing, I was having a really rough day. Seems to be the kind of the par for the course lately. And I was flipping through Pandora, and I happened upon this song. It was called Just Give Me Jesus, and I got chills. And I played it for all the kids in school that next day, and we didn't even need to practice it because they were all singing it with such heart and such soul. And they all kind of fought, like every grade kind of fought who was going to get the song. And I ended up giving it to the fourth graders because there's just some phenomenal voices in this class. And you're going to hear some of them tonight. For the soloists, we have Abby and Afton, and Patrick and Elizabeth, Addie and Kyrie and Therese. And this is Patrick's very first time. We are so pumped. Patrick never sang in front of me before. I'm proud of you, man.
Just give me Jesus and I'll be alright. With him I can make it, walking beside. I know my tomorrows are safe in his hands. Just give me Jesus, I know I can stand. So many distractions seem to cloud my way. All the cares of life surrounding and leave my heart astray. When I cannot find the answers, I know someone who can. So in the middle of my questions, I reach for his hand. Just give me Jesus and I'll be alright. With him I can make it, walking beside. I know my tomorrows are safe in his hands. Just give me Jesus, I know I can stand. When I take my eyes off Jesus,
have another hand for those soloists. All right. I love watching their faces because every once in a while you can see a kid who's like, you can tell he means every word that they're singing, and the girls too, especially in the younger grades. I have to say a special thanks to these two back here. I recruit them even though, you can see them, I recruit them even though they don't have a choice. It's my son and my husband. I showed Ben the music last night, and he was fine. He just picked it up, could play it on his bass, no problem. Ben's at the academy now, so I can't steal him out of class and have him play for me. And Mike, well, you're just stuck playing concerts. Sorry about that. So now we have the amazing second graders and the wonderful fifth graders. And they're going to sing one of my favorite praise songs to play. I don't know why, it just is, and it's called Days of Elijah. And if you know it, we would love to hear you sing along, and we would love to hear you clap along. The fifth graders worked up a really difficult accompaniment for this. There's a lot of parts and a lot of different chord changes, but they nailed them all. And the second graders nailed all of the really tricky words. And I mean, the words are long, and they're hard to sing, and they're fast. So I am really impressed with all of these kids. This is Days of Elijah. Oh, and we have two amazing soloists. I almost forgot. Oh my gosh, how could I forget this? I was going to flunk these girls. Well, most of the fifth graders, actually. I was going to flunk them all because I didn't want them to go on to the academy. And so these two especially, Brianna and Rory, have just the most beautiful angel voices. And I needed some upbeat voices for this song because it's an upbeat thing. And these girls never stop smiling. I don't think I've ever seen either one of you frown. And so they were the perfect choice for this song.
These are the days of Elijah, declaring the word of the Lord. And these are the days of your servant Moses, righteousness being restored. And these are the days of great trials, of famine, darkness, and sorrow. Still your voice in the desert, crying, prepare ye the way of the Lord. Behold, he comes, riding on the clouds, shining like the sun. At the trumpet call, lift your voice, hear and to believe. Adam's
That kind of song just makes you want to keep singing and never end. The next song is also one of my favorite, most beautiful songs. It's called 10,000 Reasons. And I swore if I ever did a praise concert that we have to do this one, because a couple years ago when I first heard this song, Audrey Assad sings it with the Wren Collective. Bethany was in the back seat of the van, and she would just sing with her angelic voice. And I swore that we would have to have her sing part of it in the concert. Well, she decided that she didn't want to sing it alone because she needed Jacob. Beth and Jacob have been together since they were babies. So they decided to do it together. And then I picked all these soloists over here, and they decided they want to do it as duets. So that's just the wonderful qualities of these kids. They don't want to take the spotlight themselves. They would love to share with others. This is 10,000 Reasons, and the lovely Miss Link learned the violin part for this all on her own, so I'm really proud of her.
Bless the Lord, oh my soul, oh my soul. Worship His holy name. Sing like never before, oh my soul. I'll worship Your holy name. Sun comes up, it's a new day dawning. It's time to sing Your song again. Whatever may pass and whatever lies before me, let me be singing when the evening comes. You're rich in love and you're slow to anger. Your name is great and your heart is kind. For all Your goodness I will keep on singing. 10,000 reasons for my heart to find. And on that day when my strength is failing, the end draws near and my time has come, still my soul will sing Your praise unending. 10,000 years and forevermore. Bless the Lord, oh
Oh, give a special round for Bethany and Jacob and Ashlyn, Blythe, Nick, Ethan, Hannah, and Maria. Way to go. I'd never heard Nick sing before, and I'm so proud of him. Nick and Ethan, way to go, guys, for standing up and doing that. That's awesome. So the final group that we have tonight is 6th grade. Oh my goodness. I think I'm gonna cry when they leave me. Every once in a while you get this amazing group of kids who can do just about anything you throw in front of them, and that's this group of kids right here. Every single one of them is a phenomenal musician. I told their band teacher when they were coming in, he said, "So do I have any good kids in this class?" And I was like, "Yeah, all of them." And he said, "No, really, there's gotta be a couple that can't play." I'm like, "Nope, all of them." And it's true, they're all just amazing students. We figured out Lean On Me. All the songs that you heard tonight, all the kids figured out on their own. They just sat down, I showed them the chords, and then they went crazy and did amazing things with them. Especially listen for this little Joshua. He's just so sneaky, and he makes up these amazing parts on the glockenspiel, so watch him. He's sneaky, but he got really good parts. And anyway, so we're gonna sing Lean On Me for you, and I've got 2 awesome solos. And again, another guy who never thought he would sing for me, Gavin Miller, and now he's doing it, all right. And we have Miss Mann, who is always so smiley and just a wonderful, beautiful person. So are you guys ready? Okay. Last concert at St. Anne's School. Here we go.
Sometimes in our lives, we all have pain, we all have sorrow. But if we are wise, we know that there's always tomorrow. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on. Oh, it won't be long, 'cause I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Please swallow your pride. If I have faith, you need to borrow, for no one can fill those of your needs that you won't let show. You just call on me, brother, when you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem that you understand. We all need somebody to lean on. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend.
They're so awesome. Oh, I just love these kids. So I was kind of at a loss for what songs to pick for them to do next, and a couple of the 5th and 6th graders all said this Fix My Eyes song. And I listened to it. If you've ever heard it, it's very produced. There's a lot of electronic instruments in it, and I kind of freaked out, and I said, I don't know if we can do that. And they said, yeah, we can. And so we sat down with the 6th graders, and I showed them the chords. And then, yeah, like I said, Joshua figured out all these parts, and Jacob figured out all these different parts, and Sean learned all the recorder parts. And then I just kept hearing all these really neat parts. And the 5th grader said, well, we want in on this too. And I said, okay. So we took a whole class period, and we sat down. We gave everybody a drum. I took a bunch of ibuprofen, and then I let them come up with a drum part, and they came up with 4 different drum parts. And we decided, in addition to this, we needed everybody in the school to sing, because it's such a beautiful song, Fix My Eyes on You, God. And so if you give us just another second here, we're going to get all the kids on stage. But I want to recognize some of these soloists, just amazing kids. Jacob is fearless, absolutely fearless. He's not afraid to sing out. He's not afraid to play his instrument. He's not afraid to do anything musical, and I'm so proud of you. Sean, you're a phenomenal recorder player. You have always been. Sarah, you're just an all-around amazing musician. And Abby, I don't know what I'd do without you. I'm like my right-hand Abby. She shows up for mass and sets up for me when I can't set up because I'm hurting too bad. And this whole class is just phenomenal. I just love all of you kids. I'm gonna miss you next year. I guess I could take this time to thank Justin Zeke and Devin Cunningham back there they've been here since 7 o'clock this morning, setting up sound and lights, and we are so thankful to them for doing this. If you want to give them a round of applause. And his wife is here helping me herd cats. Also, I want to thank 2 very special moms for helping me videotape this morning. Mrs. Heddle, thank you so much. You donated your time and talent. And Amy Schmidt, thank you so much for taking photos. We'll have the video available to everybody as soon as it is finished. Ready?
Hit rewind and click delete. Stand face to face with the younger me. All of the mistakes, all of the heartbreak. Here's what I do differently. I love like I'm not scared. Give when it's not fair. Live life for another. Take time for a brother. Fight for the weak ones. Seek out for freedom. Find faith in the battle. Stand tall but above it all. Fix my eyes on you. Oh, 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 on you. I learn the lines and talk the talk. Everybody knows it, everybody knows it. The roads less traveled when it's hard to walk. Everybody knows it, everybody knows. It takes a soldier who knows his orders to walk the walk I'm supposed to walk. And love like I'm not scared. Give when it's not fair. Live life for another. Take my eyes on you. Oh, 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 on you. The things of earth are dimming in the light of your glory and grace. I'll set my sights upon heaven. I'm fixing my eyes on you. Oh, 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 love like I'm not scared. Give when it's not fair. Live life for another. Take time for a brother. Fight for the weak ones. Speak out for freedom. Find faith in the battle. Stand tall but above it all. Fix my eyes on you. Oh, 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 on you. I fix my eyes on you. Oh, oh, I fix my eyes on you, on you.
All right, we have one more song. And we couldn't have a concert without Jake doing a solo. Jake is the boy in 6th grade who gets all the other boys to sing. Jake makes it cool, and Jake is just cool. And so we're gonna end with, I say this a lot, another one of my favorite songs, Hold Us Together. I wanna dedicate this to all of you parents, because you've been the ones who have held me together in this storm. So thank you. for coming.
Hi. On behalf of the 6th grade class, Mrs. Jensen, I want to thank you for sharing your love of music with us. We love you and we will miss you so much next year. Thank you for all you've done for us. We love you, Mrs. Jensen.
You can't have a concert without the love of flowers. Gentlemen, pay attention. Women love flowers. So we have another group that would like to present their flowers to Mrs. Jensen and thank her very much for sharing her life with us and sharing all of her time and talents. And she is talented by the evidence in which you witnessed this evening. So thank you, Mrs. Jensen, for everything. And as you are aware, Mrs. Jensen has been battling some health issues for the last few years. This year has been especially trying. She's been a true champion. Coming to school, we had many conversations on whether this concert was going to go on, and she said, yes, it will. It's my medicine. They are my medicine, and it's a praise concert. What better way to showcase our love? So thank you for everything. Thank you to our students. You did an amazing job tonight. We also wanted to take this evening and thank you, our St. Anne community and our parents, for your love and support over these last few years for Mrs. Jensen. There have been prayers, there have been meals, there have been acts of kindness that we're not even aware of that have been helping Mrs. Jensen and her family in any way possible. We want to thank everyone who supported the Cards for a Cause that Amanda Jensen sponsored, the meals, the meal train, and all the donations and that. It's been very difficult for the family at this time. And so we thank everyone for everything you have done, for those that donated at the Christmas concert and that. And as we continue to move forward, there are a couple more opportunities to help. We receive calls from families saying, what can I do? And so we do have 2 more opportunities. The students are especially excited about this one. Tomorrow is a Jeans Day, with all the proceeds going to Mrs. Jensen. So tomorrow's Jeans Day. All right, free will offering. And then we also have friends and neighbors of Mrs. Jensen have come together, and you will be receiving a flyer on your way out tonight. Save the date. A Picnic on the Prairie benefit for Sarah Jensen. Nothing better than a party on the prairie. This will be hosted at Papa's Pumpkin Patch on Tuesday, June 13th. So mark your calendars. All the information will be available. Some students and families are in the back, so we invite you to attend that. But again, on behalf of the school, we thank you very much. Students, once again, congratulations. You did an amazing job. We're very proud of you. And don't forget the art show that is across the street. Walk over, attend the art show this evening. A great night, as I said, of the celebration of St. Anne's School and its arts. May all of you have a great evening. God bless you.